Hello friends, Director International for Geetam University India. I'm here to talk about a presentation on scholarships. How to get scholarships to study in India. This is the theme today and I'm here to explain you the process. There are about, as you can see here on the screen, there are about 2000 scholarships given by Government of India, especially for African and Asian students who want to study undergraduation and post-graduation in India starting from July 2020. The application deadline is 25th April 2020. So we still have 3 more days left for this year scholarship. There are about 2000 of them. I'm here to represent Geetam University. Here, as you can see, one of the universities in South India, very large university. I'm going to talk about that in the next slide. Geetam University is a highly accredited with the category 1 status from Ministry of HRD Government of India. As you can see, this is the category 1 status and this is the accreditation, A+ grade. It was established in 1980 with 3 campuses in the most happening cities of South India. I think you all know Visakhapatnam, may not be knowing, many people don't know, but Hyderabad and Bangalore, it is world famous because of information technology. These 2 cities we have campus, and Visakhapatnam is a very beautiful city. It is on the beach, Bay of Bengal. So these are the 3 campuses where we have students, roughly around 25,000 students full-time and 95,000 students online. We have about 180 programs in multidisciplinary faculty, namely engineering, science, management, pharmacy, architecture, nursing, health sciences, law, humanities, etc. We are spread over the campuses. 3 campuses are spread over 400 acres with world-class facilities, and we got faculty and staff, and most importantly the other students who are very, very friendly in nature, especially for international students. This is very important for you. Study in India program started last year by Government of India to offer scholarships for students who are willing to study in 100+ top universities in India. This is how you can open to start the process. There is a URL studyinindia.gov.in. You need to enter in your mobile phone. This is how you look in the mobile phone, and there is something called register now at the bottom, and this register now is the first thing that you have to click to register your email and mobile number. Once you are done, you can go to the second step, which is student login. I'll explain you in the slides. This is the one that you will see after you click the registration page. There it will ask you the first name, last name, mobile number, nationality, email, and then it will ask you date of birth and then password. Then you need to enter the same password. These passwords you create your own, and then finally there is a code that you need to enter so that the account gets created. And once you're done, there is one more step that you need to do. You need to go to your email and see the mail from Study in India, SI India, and then click the activation. Once you are done with the activation, then you come to the login page here. This is the login page where you enter the email and password you have created, and also enter the code so that you can log in. This is very important for you to open the application. Once you open the application, this is already opened, and you can see there is basic information. All these details are required to be filled. Then there is background information. All these details need to be filled, and then student choice fill. This is where you will choose the institute and the courses you want to study, and this is the choice filling. So these I will explain you how. The first one, basic information. Here you need to enter your details, personal details, and then at the bottom you click submit. The second one is background information, the second section. Again here you enter all these details and at the bottom reference details you need to enter a teacher, neighbor or relative details, two of them you need to enter, and then finally submit here. Once you are done, the third section is choice filling section. Once you click, this is the choice filling section, you need to click this one, then you will see this page. Here these two are very important. One is grade 10, the other one is grade 12. These two you must enter. Sometimes it is possible that you don't have grade 10, you only have grade 12 results. In that case, the same result you can apply for both, because without this your application will not proceed to the next sections. So enter the percentage here. Many people wonder, I have grades like A or 1, 2 kind of thing. How to enter this here in the percentage form? There is something here very helpful link given by Study in India. You click this red one, then it opens the estimated, how to estimate the percentage from your grades. Then you enter the percentage here. Make sure that you do that, and then at the bottom you submit. The other fields, if you have, you click yes and then submit the document. If you don't have it, say simply no. For postgraduate students, you need to enter undergraduate. If suppose your result is pending and it is not ready, you can say awaiting result and then continue. Here the next section, next page, after you submit the previous one, you will see you need to select the disciplines. Here there excuse me, there are disciplines like engineering, architecture, commerce, etc. For undergraduate students, you need to choose the field that you are interested to study, number one, and also the level that you are going to join. For undergraduate students, you just click the undergraduate. Don't click all of them. Diploma like that, you don't click. Just undergraduate. For postgraduate students, you click the postgraduate. The other ones are irrelevant for you. Don't click it. And then go to the next one. Here, you see here on the top, let me show you here, engineering is what I have selected, and here there is a drop down box, and there is a drop down box. Here you need to enter whether you are already entered. Of course, you will see undergraduation and post graduation here, and here it will ask you what is the degree. It could be BSc, BA, BTech, those kind of things. You click that and then choose the area that you are interested, and then the list of institutes where that particular course is offered is shown here. Alright, now the simplest way of doing that is you enter here Geetam, G-I-T-A-M, Geetam, and then search. Then only Geetam will be shown here. Okay, once you see Geetam here, then simply apply here. This one you click, and then after you click the choice, then they'll be shown here what are the choices available that you have selected. All those are mentioned here. Okay, you have selected, let's say, Geetam BCom, Geetam BBA, Geetam BSc. All those three will come here. Sometimes they're not in the order of your preference, so you can change the order. How you can do that? Go to the next one. Here there is a possibility that you can move up or move down your choice. If you want the number one choice to be BCom, let's say it is sitting here, then you say move up, then it goes to the higher position. So that way the first choice will be your preferred choice. Please note that only the first choice will be offered for you if you get selected scholarship, not the third, not the fourth, not the fifth. So make sure that the one, your dream course and Geetam should be in the first choice. And once you are done, it will ask you to upload the documents, grade 10 and grade 12. In some cases, grade 10 is not available because they only have grade 12, which is like 3 years of education, 10th, 11th, 12th. In that case, you load the same document in both the places. If you have separate documents, make sure that you do that, grade 10 here, grade 12 here. And then at the bottom, say save next. Then you go to this screen where you need to upload your photo, passport size photo. That means only the face and then also your signature you need to upload. Just write your signature on a piece of paper, take a picture with your mobile, and then upload here. Once you are done with these two, then go ahead and submit. Now you are pretty much done with the application, except for those people where INDISAT exam is happening, like 13 countries. You will have to do one more thing, selection of the test center. That also you will find it in the home page. Just go to the home page, you look for that selection of the test center, and you take care of it. Okay, that is not for everybody. INSAT is conducted in only 13 countries. I'll talk about that now. Here, once you're done, submit. You are done with the application. You may also get an email saying that you have successfully submitted the application. Okay, how the scholarship is given? For 13 countries where students have applied, you need to take INSAT exam. INSAT is similar to SAT exam. And in other countries where INSAT is not happening, the selection is based on your academics. If you have SAT, GRE, GMAT, you can submit, but it is predominantly based on your academics. The scholarship is given. Now, regarding the test, it is tentatively scheduled in the mid-May. It is an online exam, but you need to go to the test center. You cannot do it from home. It is 90 minutes test. There are 90 questions, and these questions come from these areas: verbal, quantitative, and logical. Total 90 questions. Each correct answer you will get 1, wrong answer and unattempted you will get 0. And these are the topics. Verbal, you have these lessons you need to go through, and quantitative and logical. The questions will come from these topics. Make sure that you prepare. There is a wonderful site. I will talk about that in a little while. Meanwhile, these are the countries and test centers, including India. There are 2 test centers in some places. Nepal, we have 2. Bangladesh, we have 2 centers. Bhutan, we have 2. Rest of the places, it is only 1 center. Alright. Now, I told you how to prepare for the examination. There is a mock test available on Study in India portal. You can open and see the questions, the type of questions you are going to get. But otherwise, there is a wonderful site called Khan Academy. You can sign up for free, and there you have lots of questions about SAT exam, this one. And INSAT is also similar to SAT exam, and all those topics that are there in INSAT are also there in SAT exam. So go ahead and enroll yourself and do a lot of practice questions, so it will improve your score in INSAT. And once you're done, the results will be declared most likely in the month of June through your Study in India dashboard. You will also get an email, but for sure it will be here on your dashboard. Alright, and once you log in, you can find the result in your account. This is where you'll find result. Okay, once you click that, when the results are, you will see this page where it says what scholarship you got, and also it will tell you some people may get Study in India scholarship, some people get fee waivers. Fee waivers are given by institutes. It could be 25%, 50%, 70% fee waivers on the tuition fee. So don't get confused with the Study in India scholarship from the fee waivers. Scholarship is given by Government of India, that is Study in India scholarship, and the fee waivers are given by the institutes. Once you get, you please go through this, what you got, and say accept or reject here. Within 15 days, you have to do that. Right? So this is Study in India toll-free number. This is a missed call service. It's free. You just call this number anytime you want to find out about your application, result, etc. You can call this number. It's free. They will call you back. Please understand, it's a missed call service. After 2 rings, it will disconnect, and then somebody will call you maybe after some time. If not, you try again. And this is a WhatsApp number where I'm reachable, and this is my email ID. So anytime you want to know more about Geetham University, please contact me.